On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife are assassinated, and Emperor Franz Joseph of Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia on July 28. As an ally of Serbia, Russia announces full support throughout the war, and due to that, Germany declares war on Russia and so does Austria-Hungary on the 1st of August. Russia entered the war with the largest army in the world, standing at 1.4 million soldiers. When fully mobilized, the Russian army expended over 5 million soldiers. Unfortunately for Russia, they could not arm all soldiers due to only having a supply of 4.6 million rifles. The army was led by the Grand Duke Nikolai Nikolaevich. The first attack Russia launched was in August 1914 against Germany in East Prussia. The first Russian army, which was led by Rennenkampf, aimed straight into the heart of East Prussia, which was held by German 8th Army, while the Russian Second Army, which was led by Samsonov, aimed to cut the 8th Army's line of retreat. Once Eastern Prussia was secured, the Russian Ministry of War planned to march on Berlin. The Battle of Tannenberg. The 1st and 2nd Russian Army rapidly compromised the German position in East Prussia. After weeks of losses, the remaining German 8th Army, led by Ludendorff, left their defensive position and marched between the advanced position of both Russian armies. Within 4 days of fighting, the Russian Second Army was defeated and Samsonov shot himself. The remains of the First Russian Army was driven out of Prussia. The German offensive opened on April 15, 1915, and set the Russian army short of ammunition and supplies. Falling back to the east, on June 9, Lemberg was recaptured. When the Russian Southern Army front compromised and in retreat, on June 30, the German 12th Army, coming from the northwest, spearheaded into Poland. The Russian and the Polish soldiers in Poland were being crushed. The Soviet government signed the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk on March 3, 1918, ending the 4-year aggression between Russia and Germany. The losses Russia suffered in the World War were catastrophic. Between 900,000 and 2.5 million Russians were killed, at least 1.5 million Russians and possibly up to more than 5 million Russians were wounded, nearly 4 million Russians were held as prisoners.